years to have N'Golo Kante in my team. Suddenly he's here, and he's not French with Olivier Giroud. So that, and you have a clear picture, because I'm following Premier League all the time, even when I'm coaching Dortmund or in Paris. So you have a clear picture of what the guys are capable. To find a guy like Azpilicueta in your suddenly in your office is simply amazing, because in the end I'm also a fan of since I'm born, I'm a football fan. So and Christian, for sure, I know very well what he is capable of. He had a big input. The unfair decision today to not start, I told him, this is only because I know what you can bring in from the bench, because I know you. I don't know what the others, I'm not sure what the others can do from the bench, but you're a player who can start for us, but who can absolutely change also things for us from the bench. He did amazing. In halftime, he told me, hey coach, you pronounced the name wrong from Aspi, and he helped me with that. So maybe that was a big help, and that's why we love him. I don't think it's we have to be realistic at the same time. And honestly, when you sign for Chelsea as a player, or like me as a manager, it's absolutely right. You signed for the expectation to challenge for titles. You signed for the expectation to fight for titles. So that means Premier League, Champions League, and all the cups. It's absolutely clear. At the same time, we have to be realistic that in the moment there are a lot of teams in between us and the place number 4. There are a lot of points in between us. So is maybe the best moment now, by stepping up in the middle of the season, to don't lose the focus when we watch too far, but stay now with us and work on a daily basis on the details and on the progression in our game. And the points will follow. I'm absolutely sure, and we have the capacity with this combination of squads to hurt everybody in every league and in every competition. And it's my job to bring the team to this level that as fast as possible. And we're here for that. But now, no other approach than doing it step by step.
To really make an opinion on if it was right or wrong, because we don't know what was said inside, the expectations. What is true that he confirmed, and for us coaches, it's a problem, is that it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter how famous and favorite fans you are always in the risk of losing your job if the board thinks that you are not doing good enough. And I didn't expect it so early. I knew that slowly it was coming a little bit under pressure, because it's Chelsea, because it happened to Mourinho twice, to Ancelotti after winning the league, to so many people, to Conte after winning the league. So and what is difficult to accept as a coach is that when you have the best players, with the money that they spend, is when maybe it didn't work as good as people was expecting. Because last year for me, it was more than decent. It was better than what people was expecting with a young player. So it's a little bit sad, but it's a craziness of football today. Anything can happen at any time. It doesn't matter who you are.
For the fan base to see that Frank was sacked. I have and I said this in the first statement, and I can only repeat, I have the biggest respect. I was a huge fan of Frank as a player. It was a pure joy to watch him play and to see him how he played, with what personality he played. He was one of the key figures to demonstrate in 90 minutes what Chelsea is about intensity, about devotion, about winning mentality. And so I have the biggest respect for him personally and for his legacy. It just got bigger when I received a message today in the morning, and to a personal message to wish me all the best, and maybe meet in the future when this is possible. So honestly, nothing has changed there. But in the last 72 hours, the club made clear to me that this is not my fault, clearly not my fault, and I cannot change the situation for him, as this was the decision was made, and I was handed the opportunity.
Well, very good. It's proper. I tell you, when they were talking about a German name, for a second, I went for Hasen. I went for Hansen Hulters, yeah. It was I know it would be expensive. I don't think Southampton will let him go very, very cheap. But he knows the league. He proved himself. That will be but you know, we are not there. We don't decide. With all respect to Tuchel, because I don't know him. I think he played a very, very important role that he's German. If he was not German, it didn't matter. He was coming out of Paris Saint-Germain. It didn't matter. You know, there is a few Germans that they took a few years, like Klopp, to get the team playing his way. There is others that they were quicker, Southampton coach, and that shows that we are in a moment that happened a lot in football. Now German coaches, they are very well seen in Premier League football, and a team loses their job and they go and look for a German coach. I don't think there is too many reasons apart from how well a few of them they done. A few years ago they were all Portuguese. Previously to that, everybody was looking for a Spanish because of Guardiola, then the Portuguese because of Mourinho, and now German because of Klopp, and that's the fashion of football. I think we need to wait and see. I think analyze what he's done at Paris Saint-Germain is really fair. It's difficult to put it in perspective, you know. Emery won more trophies, okay, one league less, but the league, when he didn't win the league, is because Mbappe was at Monaco, and Monaco won the league. But with Mbappe won the last 6 years the league in there. So analyze the trophies of Paris Saint-Germain, the local trophies, doesn't say a lot. Previously at Borussia Dortmund, done okay. The most recognition is the good work with the young players.
Well, it's a player that we followed for some time, and we believe that it's got some special qualities that we need, that we have been missing, and now we have to give him a little bit of time. He hasn't played that many minutes in Madrid, but he's been training hard, and he looks so excited, as we are, to have another big talent at our club. He's a specialist to play in the pockets, to be in the number 8-10 positions. He can play off the side, really creative player, really comfortable on the ball in tighter spaces, the capacity to create chances, to score goals, and something that he has improved a lot is his work rate without the ball as well. So it's another option to give us more creativity for sure in the final third, and give her more options to set in different ways against certain teams.
When he moved as a young teenager, people were even comparing him to Messi at that age. Can he still match those high expectations, and does Arsenal give him the platform to do that?
I wouldn't. My suggestion is we don't even get close to that name that you just mentioned, because you have it's a lost battle in my opinion. Martin is Martin. I think in the last few seasons he's progressed and developed in the right way. I follow him very closely because he played for Real Sociedad, which is my hometown, and I know him really well. And I've been really impressed. He's such a talent. He needs the right environment. He needs a little bit of time, but I think he's got the qualities.
We'll probably get criticism tonight, and myself as well. So I don't think Anthony is exempt from that. I think we all should be criticised because we didn't perform. So I know Anto. He's working really hard in training, working on his finishing, working on his movement. So I've got no qualms about that. That he'll come good.
Things are different. New players in, things are different. So because the results aren't good, people might say now it's worse, but that's not true. I think it's changes. You cannot judge them only because of the result, the short-term result. So we make all our decisions for a long term. So I like that the club has a benefit in the long term, and that's what we did this time as well. We will give our absolute everything this season. It's not about defending the title or whatever. It's about winning football games. It was always about this defending or attacking football, the title. It's not something you say for. You have to say because you ask me. So these kind of things, we have to. This club and this team has the potential to fight for the title. We will see if we can make that happen. If we can get closer there again this year. If not, we will try next year.
On transfers over the next week, incoming transfers.
Not really. No, not really. I would not say absolutely 100% no, but I don't expect anything to happen, to be honest.
Asla geri dönmem. O yüzden yok. Yani Almanya milli takımına yani başarılar diliyorum ama ben asla bir daha oynamam yani.